Alright, time to do my first movie review. Let's see. Alright, not bad. This is Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, one of the fifth installments of the Godzilla Showa era. And since this is my first episode, I guess I should take a look at this movie, so let's get started. This is the 1964 film Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. Since this is my first review, I thought I would take some time to get some information out about the movie itself. So, this is the history bit. Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster was a 1964 kaiju movie directed by Ishiro Honda. After the success of Godzilla vs. Mothra, Ishiro Honda had already gotten to work on making a new enemy for Godzilla to face, King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah would then later become one of Godzilla's most famous enemies and joining the Big Five alongside Godzilla, Mothra, and Rodan. Tomoyuki Tanaka was in the production chair yet again for this film, while Akira Fukube handled the score, and with Hiro Nakajima playing Godzilla once again, it was sure to be a big hit. And today we'll be taking a look at the 1964 English version of Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. Hopefully the edits won't be too bad because I know that they have to make changes so that they can make it for us on our side. So let's not waste any time, man. Hey, wait a second. I don't have the English version copy. How am I going to review it? What the? My doorbell? Did I get mail? I usually don't get mail this late. Let's go check it out. Alright, I finally got the English copy. Now I can review this movie. But wait a second. Some stranger just sent me this copy and I don't even know if it's legit or not. I better watch it just to make sure. So let me get my popcorn and my drink. Alright, let's check this baby out. Alright, not bad, not bad. Well, I guess let's not waste any time and take a look at this movie. Although I will warn you, the information might be very short due to the edits from the English version, but here is Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster's plot. Alright, so our story begins with our 3 out of 5 characters in the movie. Detective Shindo, Naoko, and Dr. Tsukamoyoto, and Princess Selena played by the stunning Akiko Wakabayashi respectfully, who also played a role in the 1962 film King Kong vs. Godzilla. Anyways, Detective Shindo was assigned to protect the princess from her traitorous wimpy assassins. The princess suffers from some kind of mind control, having her believe that she's a prophet from Mars that can predict the future. But no time like the present, as Godzilla eventually shows up along with Rodan, and the two monsters eventually begin to fight. We then move over to a council meeting where the Ministry of Defense explains that they have no sure way of stopping Godzilla and Rodan, especially now with this new monster Ghidorah flying around. So then Naoko and Professor Miura then decide to bring the Twin Fairies of Infant Island to ask Mothra in assisting them with fighting against Ghidorah. Although hesitant at first because there was only one Mothra larva left and it wouldn't be able to stop Ghidorah all by itself, they proposed a new plan, which was very specific.
If Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla all cooperate.
I do not know why, but I'm getting some serious Dragon Ball Z vibes from this. So the Twin Fairies then explain that if Mothra, Godzilla, and Rodan combine their strength, that they would be able to overcome and defeat Ghidorah. While Ghidorah becomes more and more of a problem in Tokyo, the Twin Fairies then decide to call Mothra so that he can go find Godzilla and Rodan. Speaking of which, let's go check and see what Godzilla and Rodan are doing now. Are you guys freaking serious? Look at this. Godzilla isn't even hurting Rodan. It looks like he's just belching in his face. And then number two, Godzilla never uses his atomic breath in the remainder of the movie. Like, no, seriously, Godzilla never uses his atomic breath for the remainder of the movie, only against Rodan. I'm hoping Godzilla doesn't think that Ghidorah is just a chump and that he doesn't need to use it. Like, you're the king of the monsters. You better start acting like it before I revoke your status. However, it doesn't take long before the traitorous wimpy assassins find where the princess is hiding at, and then a gunfight ensues between Detective Shindo and the traitorous wimpy assassins. Also, do y'all notice how Godzilla's head looks a lot more detailed and looks more repaired than in the Godzilla vs. Mothra movie? Well, it was actually stated that they actually had to make a whole new suit again just because of the fact that the last one caught on fire and all the stuff that happened in Godzilla vs. Mothra. Go figures. Well, getting back on track, Mothra locates Godzilla and Rodan and attempts to explain that they need to put aside their differences because there is a new monster that's destroying the Earth and he can't face Ghidorah by himself, so they need to put aside their differences and work together to help save the Earth. Of course, that doesn't sit too well with Godzilla and Rodan, so Mothra decides to fight Ghidorah all by himself. Eventually, it doesn't take long before Godzilla notices that Mothra is getting his ass thoroughly kicked, so both Godzilla and Rodan both join in and they all together take down Ghidorah together. There was that still assassination plot with Princess Selena and that wimpy assassin, but eventually the battle continues and Ghidorah actually surprisingly gets a kill shot on the wimpy assassin. And with only a few minutes left in the movie, Godzilla, Mothra, and Rodan all overpower Ghidorah as it sends him packing, and the three monsters watch as they continue to roar in the distance. And so finally, with wrapping up the movie, the princess had finally regained her consciousness after the bullet that grazed her head by the whippy assassin. She then thanks Shindo for protecting her after all this time, even though she was taken over by that possession of the prophetess. And then he watches as she returns back to her home country. And after that, Godzilla and Rodan continue to live in peace as Mothra went home. The end. And that was Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. And now it is time to go to the results. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. The human cast was very dull at times, and we never really got to see Ghidorah until like the halfway point of the movie. Plus, the whole time we were focused on Godzilla and Rodan. The only other thing I could say was the special effects were kind of a hit and miss, especially with the effects we could have gotten for King Ghidorah but had to be changed due to production errors, and we could have had Ghidorah looking like this, but due to certain circumstances, we weren't able to get that. So, oh well. Well, anyways, that was Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. So you're probably wondering what I'm going to review next. I'm probably going to review a few more Godzilla movies, but I don't know what my next one will be. Huh? There's someone at my door. I wonder who that could be. Let's go find out. What the? Godzilla vs. Mothra? You mean I'm reviewing these movies backwards instead of forwards? I swear to God, I gotta start reviewing these movies in order. But anyways, I'm Biggcriddi the Hedgehog. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.